Hey everyone, welcome back to the Santos collection. Today I'm doing a quick maintenance video on this 2017 Toyota Rav4 LE. Nothing crazy, we're just going to go ahead and do an oil change. It's fairly simple on this vehicle, and just going to go through and show you guys what it takes to do this. You could do this at home on your own driveway as I did. We are using a 14 millimeter socket, oil pan, oil filter, oil, and the Toyota oil filter removal tool. As you can see here, we're just going to go ahead and raise the car up with our jack to get under the car. Once we're under there, you're going to position your oil pan right where the oil release bolt is. You go ahead and give it a couple snugs. To remove the oil filter, you're going to have to go ahead and remove the cap to drain the oil first. So you just take your socket tool without the socket on it, your extension rather, and give it a quick couple twists. That comes off first. And again, this is just to drain the oil that's inside your filter housing. And it comes with a tool. You should see like a little plastic tip when you go and purchase the oil filter. So you just stick that in there and then hold it, and it should drain all the oil from the filter housing, so you don't get the oil all over you. Don't forget to remove the O-ring. Once all the oil is drained out from the oil filter housing, you're going to go ahead and take your tool that holds, that that's designed for the Toyota filter, and this is common on most Toyotas. It's a good it's a good tool to have if you own one of these cars, because you can use it on pretty much any Toyota. And it has a socket bolt ready to go, but I just put my extension right onto it. It fits the 3/4, and go ahead and get that off. Can be a little tight, so you gotta give it a couple snugs and it will eventually come loose. Once you have the oil filter off, you go over to your oil pan and you grab the new O-ring and the new filter. What you're going to do is, as you can see, the old filter is completely dirty. You go ahead and drain all the oil out of the housing, clean it off with your rag, little shop rag. And you're going to go ahead and put the O-ring on the top, the new one on top of the filler plug. I'm sorry, that's the drain plug. Make sure to put a little oil on it before you actually screw it on. And you go ahead and take your socket and just tighten it up, hand tight. It's pretty good. You go ahead and take off the other O-ring for the main housing and put the one that came with your kit. Drop that in there. Make sure it's nice and snug. Put a little oil around it. Put your filter back on. There you go. Fill it with a little oil. And you're good to go to put it back on the car. Put your back on, same way you take it off. Go ahead and screw it with your hands first before you use the tool to tighten it. Just makes your job a little easier. Once that's all done, and nice and tight and snug. We are going to go ahead and add oil back to the car. We're going to go back up top. You remove the oil cap. Make sure you get your funnel so you don't get oil all over the place. I usually pull out the dipstick so I can get a clean reading right after. And I believe this car calls for 4.6 quarts. So I usually do 4.5, drive it around the block, check the oil level. If you need a little bit more, then you can always put some more. But yeah, I always just start with a little less just in case. And once that's done, you are all set as far as your oil change goes on your 2017 Toyota Rav4. So this part of the video, I also, well, typically every time I change oil on any of my cars, it's always good practice to go ahead and rotate your tires. And by that, those of you who do not know what a tire rotation is, you just take the front tires of the same side, you put them on the back, and take the back tires and you put them in the front. And that just allows even distribution of your tire wear as you're driving. Now, some cars you cannot do this if you have a different size tire in the back. For example, if you have a sports car, it may have a wider or larger rim size in the back than it is in the front. However, if you just have a common car as a Toyota Rav4 or any other common car, as long as the tire sizes match the front and back, you can do this at home on your own driveway. It saves a ton of money than you actually paying for tire rotation at a shop. far as the tire rotation goes, at this point here, just doing the same thing on the other side, making sure every bolt or nut rather is tightened down. And I'm going to go ahead and lower the car, and we're all set as far as the tire rotation and oil change on this vehicle. So if you like my video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll have more DIY content as well as the rebuild of my Maxima. Thank you for watching this video. See you on the next one.